Today on your new K5 Blazer, we are climbing underneath and taking a look at all of our sheet metal and how nice it looks. They'll fix the outside of a vehicle, but they won't come underneath and fix it. So we're taking a look here at how nice this is still after all these years. I want you to notice how straight this is right here. If it would have been rear-ended, this would have been all bent up. Right here, this is all very nice and straight. Our back splash apron right here. You can see all of this is perfect and straight. Had a couple of dings here, not a big deal. They're all fixed and ready to rock and roll. We had this on a rotisserie and we stripped it and we painted it. This is the original color that it was from the factory. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our wheel well because they really get damaged a lot of times. So here again, you can see the apron's in really nice shape, and I really want you to pay attention to this line right here in the wheel well. If this was damaged, this is very difficult to repair, and they generally will not take the time. You'll also notice that this panel is in really nice shape. The tubs, if this had been abused and really transferred engines and such, the tubs on the inside would have a ton of dings and dents in them, and you can see that that is nice and straight, just like brand new from the factory. Moving forward right here, we can see this rod is nice and straight and it ain't never been bent, along with all the sheet metal and everything up front. Now the problem that you run into up here is that all the dirt gets thrown up into the pocket up into the front, and then it just sits there and it rusts. You can see that there is no rust in there. None of these patch panels have been replaced right here. I did have a little bit of rust in my rocker panel in the front. Let's go take a look at that. So here you can see that this has all been replaced right here. It's hard to see because when I do it, I like to do it so that you can't tell if it's been replaced or not. If you look real hard, you can tell, but you have to look hard. And all it had was a little bit of rust down in here. It wasn't carved out in all of this lower section. It was just this piece right here. So I just went ahead and took care of it from there on down. Here is our front core support for the cab, and you can see that it does not have any rust. A lot of times these will rust. Dirt and moisture gets up into this hole. It should come out this hole here, but a lot of times it gets plugged up, stays there, rusts out. Now you got a problem. Now let's take a look at our front on our kick panel and such. Again, this is our front support. You can see it does not have any rust, no dents or anything like that. Right here on the kick panel, or the 45 of the floor, this generally has a lot of rust in a lot of trucks. You can see we don't have anything going on there. Our cowl right here, a lot of times dirt and leaves and everything get in. It gets trapped down here because it can't make it through the hole that's in the bottom right here. And then it rusts out and you have to replace it. But you can see how nice this is right here. Moving on up, it's in really nice shape. Our firewall's in really nice shape. Nobody's done any odd holes or anything. This is an aftermarket air conditioning system that I've installed. Now we'll take a look at the other side that's just as beautiful. Now here's something you don't normally get to see when you're buying a vehicle, but since we've got this all off in order to finish off our engine, you'll be able to take a really good look at our front fenders. Right here, you'll notice that this is not damaged. This right here is not damaged. Very difficult to fix if it is damaged. All these lines are really nice and straight. We don't have any rust holes or anything going on the bottom, and everything is just perfect, perfect, perfect. Since the battery sits on this side, it generally rusts more on this side. But you can see that this core support is in really nice shape and there isn't any rust. While we're up here, we can see that it's nice and straight and there isn't any dents. There is no damage to any of these pieces here at all. Also, our tubs are in really nice shape. If a vehicle is abused, a lot of times you'll see these tubs having a lot of dents and dings and everything, but they're in really nice shape. Coming to the other side right here, it's just more of the same. Our radiator core support's in really nice shape. Our tub doesn't have any rust at the bottom, neither does our core support. All of this is really nice and straight. Through each one of these little windows, you can see that there aren't any dents or damage or anything. Coming on to the back of this fender, it's just like the other side. There's no rust down here at all. This line is just nice and straight, as this line right here is too. Just a little bit of dust from being in the shop, and that's it. So that is the sheet metal on your new K5 Blazer. Stay tuned because we got more coming.